So in this last part, I would like to talk how these value regimes, in terms of value creation and value distribution, are connected to technology regimes. The point of view that I would defend to you is that peer-to-peer technology distributed networks are inevitable. They are being created and they are growing exponentially. But they are created in different ways. They have different design features and they are very much linked to these value regimes. So here I'm proposing 4 different types of technology. So imagine a quadrant where you have 2 axes. One is centralized versus distributed control, and the other one, horizontal axis, is for profit versus for benefit orientation. So if we combine a for profit orientation with centralized control, we have what I just call netarchical capitalism. So this is, again, let me take Facebook as an example. In Facebook, we can have peer-to-peer social relationships at the front end. I can connect with you, you can connect with me, we can self-organize. It's working. But what if we look at the back end? At the back end of Facebook, we have centralized ownership and control. We have a centralized design. We have a privatization of our personal information. And we have an exclusive monetization and profit making by the owners of the platform and nothing for the users. So this is a particular technological regime where the value regime is inscribed in the very design of the technology. Okay, the second one, for profit orientation with distributed control. And here, of course, is where Bitcoin comes in, right? Bitcoin, if we look at it, Bitcoin is designed to function like gold. So it's scarce. There's an artificial scarcity in the system. It means you have to compete for it. The peer-to-peer aspect of Bitcoin is not in the people, it's in the computers. So as Bitcoin is created, you have a small cadre of hackers who already are convinced of the value of the system, who can create basically from the very beginning an oligarchy of ownership in the Bitcoin system. So it's peer-to-peer, but it's the peer-to-peer that is designed with a anarcho-capitalist design so that everybody can be a trader, everybody can be an exchange. If you don't have money, you can't play. So this is the design philosophy of Bitcoin. So now we move to the right-hand side. The bottom is local orientation, distributed orientation with a for-benefit aim. So this is where I put the growing local resilient movement, the transition towns, and other similar initiatives, where the technology is designed to promote sharing, to promote a community orientation. But it's very local. Think about the explosion of bike sharing, car sharing, skill sharing, knowledge sharing, and all kinds of sustainability-oriented initiatives. This is a growing movement, but very much with a local focus. There's nothing wrong with that. The only problem is that the other side is global. And so I think we have to move to the 4th quadrant, which is combining the idea of a global commons with local production. So this is the new vision, basically, is saying that what is light is global and what is heavy is local. So one of the things we're trying to do here experimentally is, for example, in the issue of open agricultural machining commons. Today we have projects like the Nutrient Dense project, the Slow Tools project, Farm Hack, which are projects that design agricultural machines in open source, so open hardware for agriculture. These are global communities of engineers and designers that they're not local, they're really everywhere in the world. But you can combine this with local production. So you could create a distributed network of micro-factories where the designs can be downloaded and these agricultural machines that are 1/8 of the production cost of IP-based agricultural machines could be made locally. In the case of Ecuador, potentially this would mean the creation of a local domestic industry of appropriate technology for family farms, indigenous farmers. As opposed to the current regime where basically Monsanto and Del Monte have proprietary seeds and are not even designing machines that are appropriate for small farmers, so they're pushing towards centralization. So I conclude is that we have to be aware of these value regimes, we have to be aware of these technology regimes. They are not neutral. And that in the context of a financial capitalism, peer-to-peer creates huge problems. So if you want peer-to-peer dynamics, commons dynamics to work for everyone, we need to work on the political and social infrastructures. And this is basically what we're trying to do here with the Flock Society. So thanks for your attention, and thanks for inviting me to this conference. I really hoped I would be there, but I'll try to follow it from here in Ecuador. Thank you.